loves, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm gonna do a tutorial on how I make my wall hangings. I recently got my circle mold that I'm gonna show, and I will have everything linked down below. Sorry. I don't know, I feel like I have to speak really fast. But yeah, I recently started making wall hangings, and I'm so obsessed with them. I've made 2, and then the one on the video is the 3rd one, and I just finished starting one right now. But yeah, so I wanted to make a video about how I make them and then what I use and everything. So yeah, without further ado, let's start the video. This particular wall hanging, I'm gonna make it red. That's what my customer asked of me. She wanted it to have a tulip in the middle. So here I have my transparency films, which I have linked down below. I put all of my words, lyrics, pictures into a Word document, and then I print them out on this transparency film. Here I'm cutting out the tulip that she asked me for, and then this one I can just place it inside the first layer of resin, because with these wall hangings I like to make 2 layers. The first layer is going to be just clear resin with whatever decals I'm going to put inside or glitter, and then the last layer will be the colorful part. When you're working with resin, you want to make sure that you're wearing proper PPE. You have your proper protection. So yes, you have your gloves, and then you have your respirator, which I'm going to show mine right now. And you have, since I do mine in my room, I do open my window so that the air can filter out. And then I'm going to use my silicone cup with the measuring on the side so I can get equal parts of part A and part B. Here I'm going to pour part B, which is the more liquidy part, and then part A is the actual resin. So here we're pouring her in, and I'm going to do 50-50, so it's going to be 100 milliliters total. Okay, and then this one is the epoxy. Look, she thickums. She thick. I get my resin from eBay, so I will also link that down below. Here I use my popsicle stick so I can mix the resin. You want to make sure that you're not mixing too fast so that you don't get those bubbles in there, but you also don't want to mix too slow. Your hand starts hurting and it takes a really long time. Here I use my handheld lighter to pop some bubbles, and then I heard about this new technique where you put it in some warm water. I just put my water in the microwave for 45 seconds, put the resin in there for 3 minutes, and most of the bubbles are pretty much gone. But the thing that you should know is that the drying time is a lot faster, so the working time is less, if that makes sense. It's gonna harden a lot quicker if you use that method, so you want to make your stuff fast. Here I'm gonna place the tulip in the resin. If you can see that resin, you see no signs of bubbles. That's what we like to see. This wall hanging is gonna have a gold chain, so I decided that some gold flakes would really, add to that, make it look a little bit better. So here I am starting with my gold flakes. Also, I linked those down below. I bought a pack of 3 on Amazon, so it's gold flakes, silver flakes, and rose gold flakes for $9. I didn't have red flowers, but I did have these flowers in oil that I've never even used. I just kind of have them sitting there, so I was like, let me just take these out with a tweezer and put them in there. But since they were in rose oil and resin does not mix, so you're gonna see some of the glitter just trying, you see it's kind of swirly. The glitter was trying to run away from the oil. Kind of weird, but kind of cool. Here comes the fun part. Now that my first layer has been dried out, I get to mix all of my reds. So I bought these cute little solo cups at Dollar Tree. Actually, I think it was a pack of 16 for $1. Amazing. They're so cute. But yeah. So here I'm separating the resin. I'm going to separate it into 3 parts. So I have 3 different types of reds. For the first solo cup, I'm going to be adding red mica powder. I'm gonna put a little bit on my popsicle stick and pour it into there. Add a little bit more. Get that nice color going. For the next solo cup, I'm gonna be using red acrylic paint, which you can use acrylic paint and resin. You just have to make sure you're not adding way too much. But it does color your resin. And for this one, I'm gonna be adding some red glitter to give that extra oomph, the extra pop. This gives me vampire vibes, and I love it. I hate how this clip is so dark so you can barely like see the color, but here we're gonna start mixing it all together. You want to make sure that it's mixed thoroughly, you know, that there's no separation, that there's no clear resin residue or whatever. Mix it nicely, and then once you mix one, you move on to the next and mix the other one. So mica powder is actually super shimmery. Like in its own, it's a shimmery substance. So if you use mica powder, you don't necessarily need to use glitter if you want that shimmer effect. I poured some glitter into the next one off camera. I poured 3 different types of glitter. Here I'm gonna use super red dye. I forgot what it's called, but yeah. Super red dye. I put like 8 drops, I think. Time to mix her up. This one looks kind of like a pinker red, but it's okay. So I'm gonna start off with the mica powder red. Pour, 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 pour. Here comes the darker acrylic paint red. These clips are actually really funny because I was watching Criminal Minds in the background. So like in the original in the original clips, you just hear a lady yelling and screaming for her life. So, you know, it just really sets in the mood. Let's pop some bubbles. Woo! Ooh, it's finally dry. Okay. It's finally dry. Time to demold. I love how shiny it looks and how my window reflects on it. And then it was a gloomy day. I swear this wall hanging just gives me Twilight vibes. I don't know why, it just kind of does. Isn't she so pretty? You can see all the glitter, all the layers of glitter, the gold flakes. I wish that my tulip was actually thicker though, because you can kind of barely see her, but that's fine. Okay, so here you see in the back and the ridges, sometimes resin will form like a taller wall than the whole rest of the projects. So here you want to scrape that part off. I use mine with scissors, and then I'll come in with my rotary tool machine. I'll also have that link down below. It's like a toolkit thing. It came with a whole bunch of different parts for different projects, so if you guys want to go check that out. Here comes the gold chain part, you know, the part that actually makes it a wall hanging. So here I like to try and measure out how long I want the chain to be, so that's what I was doing in this clip. I got my chain, where did I get this? I got this at Walmart actually. It was like a little pack of, I can't remember how long it is, but I got it at Walmart. Here I have my jewelry clippers, is that what they're called? I don't know, but I use it to break the chain apart. You'll see right there. I'm bad at explaining, but that's why you guys can see it. Okay, and then here I have my eye hooks. I got this pack off of Amazon. This is also linked down below. It's like a pack of 300. So I take 2 of them out and I'm gonna put them on either side of the chain so then I can screw them on to the resin piece. I honestly hate this part because of my fat fingers, and then sometimes it's hard to get it to squish down. So I kind of struggle every single time I have to do this. Okay, this is my handheld resin screw. So I use it for like resin keychains, wall hangings, more keychains, basically everything. Whenever I have to put a little screw, then I use this. Okay, and now it's time to put the eye hook into the resin piece. Now that one screw is in, it's time for the next side. And voila! Here she is now completely finished. Look at how she glistens. I wish that it was sunny, but it's not. But I just know that with the sun hitting it, it would look amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something new today. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And I love you guys. Bye!